but I've been trying to get things straightened up. I do apologize. Behind me looks like a nuclear head went off, but I'm working on that. And I've got this thing all messed. I'm still here. I'm just off camera for half a second. Nevertheless, I am here. And I need to grab my drink. By the way, I know it seems like a shameless plug, but yes, I'm a Coca-Cola drinker, and I'm gonna get that on camera just like that, like that. Sorry, I know, shameless plug, guilty as charged. Excuse me, half a second. Alright. So what's up? It's so good to be with everybody this evening. November 10th, 2017, and on the back of my mind about doing Veterans Day message. I don't know. I've been flat out wiped, but I've been praying about it. I might do a Veterans Day message tomorrow, which means back-to-back sermons, which means it's going to be a crazy day. But nevertheless, you got to be the glory. So tonight I am talking about church. I'm talking more about being a church. I'm tripping over clutter back here, so bear with me. I got more. Yeah, I got to do another purge. Full purge. But to get glory, excuse me. Tonight I'm talking about church, about being the church. Now, I know it's going to go through a lot of people's minds. Now, we go to church on Sunday, Wednesday, pick any of the days of the week. And that's still it's gathering at the church building. It's gathering at the church building. But what I'm talking about is not going to church, as in going to the church building that you meet at. Like me, I go Thursday nights. Of course, Lord willing, everything takes off with ministry, especially integrity. I'll be there Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Lord willing, pray. I don't know how God's going to lead me, but I could be going into full-time ministry within a couple of months. I'll keep everybody posted. But on the other side of 90, I'm so blessed and honored to be with everybody. And God be the glory. I've been covered out of it. So, when I say be the church, does it mean while we're at church, get involved? Here's the thing. It's great to get involved. To everybody out there, and this is my honest opinion, plug in. Find an area that you can get involved with church. Honest opinion, every church should. Unless that church is more of a country club type church, and that's a whole other story. I love what Matthew Barnett said. Those kind of churches need to just shut their mouth and take the province. No saying put in the stock market or something. That's his opinion. And but here's the thing. What do I mean about church? Simply put is this. An example I'm going to use is my example. The next level church Thursday night, 7 o'clock. That's my Thursday night. Except for Thanksgiving week, Thursday's getting to Tuesday. So it's going to be Tuesday night 7, and then they Sunday experiences. So, with that being said, my brain's just not being my friend right now. Thursday night 7. Now I go to the church Thursdays at 7 p.m. That's my experience. But I usually show up in a couple hours early because I help out with odds and ends. Like, yeah, if anybody's it's the guy with the big afro of hair, and excuse me for using that term. I know somebody gets offended. I'll probably get you out in the term. You got the big afro hair, and in more directions than Bible's got some. But now I go to church. I listen to pastor messages. About 8:30. Now here's the thing that drives me nuts. Most people that leave the church will take basically the entire church life, stuff in a file cabinet, and slam it shut, and not touch it again the next week. But here's the thing. That's the going to church part. Being in church during the week, as in being in church, as in representing your church, representing God, representing your church, and yourself, your church, and more importantly, God. Oh, obviously, duh. Be the church. So for me, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday a.m. And you're back in the church. Sorry, a little off camera. I don't have the widest of lenses to work with. No, so we're back at the church building, which is Next Level Church, Somerville, New Hampshire, 436 Street, 108, Somerville, New Hampshire. With that being said, we got to do everything to be the church. Not, and I'm saying, not the creepy Christian chase whack. I grew up in churches. I've met a few, and I've known a few. My opinion, I think not only are these those creepy Christians, I think most of those creepy Christians are either a few books short of a Bible or a few disciples short of an upper room. I'm that way myself. Anybody who truly knows me can leave an amen in comments about that. But, yeah, by the way, for people, don't owe me. I have a lack of class to bring out. Sorry, it's the Irish redneck in me. But, with that being said, we need to do our part to be the church all the rest of the days of the week. Because here's the thing, and I know at home, when we're at our home, our resting place, our barracks, our whatever term you want to call it, living quarter, but here's the thing, and this has to be for all of us, including this pastor. And I've had my days where my minute, Christian mode, I went out the window. This ain't this window over there. Not behind me. So, should we, when you walk out the door, like I'm pointing to my door, or out the store, walk out that door. You head out of your living quarters, your home, your apartment, or whatever you want to call it. For everybody who's a church person, like myself, a Christian, they need to go from home person to ministry mode. 24/7, 365. When you're out the door, it should be, you gotta do that. But here's the thing, and there's a lot of people out there that just won't do that. Or haven't done it because, they think it's more just inside the four walls of the church building. And not living a life in ministry 24/7. And we all need to do our part. Now, aside from that, and I guess this is going to come back into my next week's message on integrity in the church. Integrity, but since I'm talking about being a church and stuff. Church, in my honest opinion, and our lead pastor talked about the 80-20-20-80 principle. When Next Level Church first started, it was 80% of people doing 20% of the work. It's flipped. Because integrity, in my opinion, went straight down. Yeah, the SS integrity said, in my opinion, sunk faster than the Titanic. Hello? Yeah. But here's the thing. We all need to do our part. Each and every one of us. Integrity's part, we all need to step up. We all have our area. We can't just sit back and say, oh, someone else can do it. Let's ask myself. I think every person that goes to church should ask this themselves. And that is this question. If not, then whom? If not me, then whom? For those people that are taking notes. Basically, forgive me, I'm not politically correct, but it is some retard terminology saying, if I don't step up to the plate, if I don't step up and do this or that, who will? But here's the thing. We all need to do it. But here's the thing. And we all, and I'm using Latin, Greek, Aramaic, French, Chinese, Spanish, Korean, however you want to put it. All means all. There's no gray area, there's no in between. And I use forgive me for the again, 8 eyes, and the scroll for a hint for House of Ruth. It's in the game, but it says, between black and white there is no color. And it's true. All means all. Each and every single person that God has put on this planet can do something. And you can see churches. I guarantee you, I could go to most churches and I could basically tell in one experience who truly is the church and who isn't. Now, I'm rewinding the clock a little bit. And on this example, this is a true son of being in the church. I was part of the church back 10 years ago. A little church known as Family Christian, Sullivan Square in Burke, Maine. Now, most up here, up in New England, probably heard the news of the storms that we had back then. One Sullivan flooded out. As a matter, it flooded out so severely. The dining hall in that church, in that building, I could have gone swimming in. No joke, no lie. So time progressed. Obviously, we had to close off the building and everything else. Had to get all the water and all out there. But once the water subsided and it finds where we could work in there, we looked into getting people together. Now, in a church congregation, the first week, 22 people. 22. Which I can live with, it's a little more than 10%. The rest of that time, it took a month and a half to do, because the numbers plummeted down to 7, which by any standards and means is absolutely, positively appalling. Now, they did a thing where I was basically known as the workhorse of the product. And I can easily step up and say that. The reason why is because I manned up. I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt that there was 100 and now I know it's first grade math. I have to take 200 subtract 7, but I'm subtracting 8 because there's one. My honest opinion is one person. There's 192 people in that congregation that could have manned up, stepped up, and a Irish runner gotten off their lazy butts and got involved with the bulb and helped out. But did they? Did they? No, they did not. You want to tell me that 192 other people in the church's congregation couldn't find an hour at least to have given? To repair the church, their home church? And here's what gets me. Here is what gets me. In my honest opinion, there was only one person, and I can honestly say this without a shadow blade of a without an absolute shadow of a doubt, that truly had an excuse. Because during that month and a half, he was practically on his deathbed. And that one person, I can truthfully say without a shadow of a doubt, is actually in the next room. That being my stepfather, Richard Shabbat. Practically on his deathbed, because his health took a major turn south. And I can truthfully say he had a legitimate excuse. And there's 100 people in that congregation that decided to be absolutely lazy. Each and every person can do something in their church. Because I honestly feel the church training ground to be the church. You know, we go to church. We go to church building. But I feel this way. The church building is training ground. You go to the church building, you get trained whip. You know, get your weapons ready. You leave that building, and you better be ready to fight war. As it is war. It's a spiritual warfare. And ladies and gentlemen, we're all fighting that. Now I'm going to say this right up front. I'll actually say this in closing. The question is, are you just going to church just to go to church? Or are you going to church to get yourself to equip and to be the church? Like I just mentioned, and obviously I'm probably not going to do a message, but I'm going to just tie this in at the end. Since tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I'm a representative pastor for my home church, Next Level Church. So on behalf of this pastor, and every one of the pastors at Next Level Church, to everybody in every branch of the military, Navy, Air Force. If I forgot the Air Force, I guarantee you I know my location pass would be grateful. Marines, Coast Guard, the National Guard, and there's probably others, and I haven't, and I missed, including the men on the street, the police, the fire department, and the medical rescue. Thank you for your service. and we salute you. Dear God, I thank you for this time. Thank you for allowing me to just share my heart about just going to church, but being in the church. Dear God, may we, as every time when we step foot, anybody steps into a church, may they get equipped, go out, and be the church. As each person gets their marching orders from their lead pastor or even lead pastor of that church, may they be equipped to go out and be the church the rest of the week. May we all do our part in being the church. I'll be with all veterans out there, and even the ones that are serving. This is their day. Come up tomorrow. May you bless them. Because the price they paid for our freedom was a huge one. And I know on Memorial Day, the ones that fought and lost their lives. But these are the ones, but we celebrate tomorrow. These are the ones that fought and came home. We thank you for that. In Jesus' name. Amen. Now, I know the Commander-in-Chief of the United States at the present time is Mr. Dom. But there's a Commander-in-Chief that I do as well, who actually is higher than him, and that's God. I gave my life to his son, Jesus Christ, almost 20 years ago. And I don't like to close an experience about people, giving people the opportunity to give their life. I'm on your mom. Right next to me is a chat. On the right, if you're on the PC version. If you're on the mobile version, it's right below me. If you're at my joint channel, my connected channel, YouTube.com, at YouTube.com, just jump in the comment section and type in, I give my life to Jesus Christ. And get there and find yourself a great Bible-believing church. And multiple. And the two I always talk about is my home church. One of which is my home church, led in the direction of Mr. Pastor, about that, caught in the moment. Our lead pastor, Mr. Josh Gagnon. And you can find about Next Level Church sometime and check out nlc.tv. Another great church is led by our pastor's mentor, Pastor Craig Shell. And you can find out more about church, Life Church, at life.church. I thank everybody for their time. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I do too. And do me thank a veteran. If you know how to salute him. God bless you. God bless everybody. God bless our veterans. And Lord willing, I'll see everybody next Friday night for Integrity. God bless you all. Good night.